For the girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. Where to start? Today's gonna be what's happening. Okay, what's happening is the video today is delayed for whatever reason, and yes, we just gonna carry on. That's what we're gonna do, right? So 2 piles, and then we develop with less oracles than usual because it's a bit late. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number 1, what's happening? 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Strength, beautiful. So what's happening is you're starting a new cycle of life. The sense of I am, and that come after the 10 of Wands. So you were carrying a lot of responsibility, or maybe your person of interest or whatever it was, carry a lot, and then you realize, no, I'm going to just take care of me first. And that is a new cycle when you put yourself first. Okay, so it is possible as well that you had to develop a lot of strengths going through a 10 of Wands. Generally goes with a 10 of Swords, of course. So you had to, to carry on, to keep going regardless. So now you developed a lot of strengths and you deal with a lion like it's a pussycat, really. So this is what makes you who you are today. So whatever you went through before that Ace of Wands, and more importantly the 10 of Wands, that brought you to whoever you are today, strong, with a lot of knowledge of life. You went through a lot of things. So if your person of interest is not doing the same work and doesn't know where they stand, then you have nothing to do with them and you will be on your own because you can. On the other hand, if they do the work and have a sense of I am, then you have a happy ever after. 10 of Cups, a lot of love here, right? So let's put some more cards, or let's have more cards. I'm gonna find my words today, don't worry, we get there eventually. Okay, so we have I knew exactly what I was doing. Yes, I think they knew that maybe for them they were hiding behind that 10 of Wands before the Ace of Wands, carrying a lot of responsibility, saying they were busy, they always have something else to do. So they were hiding, and they knew exactly what they were doing. They were hiding behind the fact of that busyness, like many people do. But now maybe they realized, I was hiding who I truly was and how I was feeling. And now they're going to get to the Ace of Wands. So they also had to go through a journey. I mean, we all do, don't we? Absolutely. So it's interesting that they realized suddenly, well, yeah, I knew I was not telling you the truth, or I was trying to run away from you. I knew what I was doing. But now, here we go. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Here you go. Love is here. I mean, let me tell you, you have a 10 of Cups, happy ever after. This is pure joy, pure love. But they had to maybe learn to love themselves first, the I am. So they were able now to give you some love, because they may have thought, oh, you're so strong, you don't need anyone, you carry on with your life, you're independent, blah, blah, blah. How can I be with you? I don't bring anything special to the table. That's not true. By being themselves, and they are unique, we're all unique, they actually bring a lot of happiness to you. And you can all spend your life being strong all the time. Sometimes you just want to chill. Sometimes you want someone to look after you. Sometimes you just, you want to rest from this, very busy life that we're having. So it is important that they understand and acknowledge that you want something from them. And all you want is that love. Nothing else. Companionship. Simple. So what do we have? Power of prayer. Prayer, wish, whatever. Give the situation to God, universe, for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven, unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God, universe, give to you in response to your prayer. So prayer doesn't have to be religious. It can simply be a wish. So if you have a wish of happy ever after, for example, if you have a wish of being strong and stay strong, if you have a wish to find out who you are and really go into that purpose of yours, so be it. But know that your message has been, or your wish has been heard by the universe, and maybe heard also by your person as a result. Beautiful. Lot of love here. Gorgeous. Okay, so pile number 2, what's happening? 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. 3 and 4. So Pentacle is not a fast energy. You know, it's a frustration on this one. And on this one is like looking at you, wishing to be with you, or you knowing there is something out there better for you. Maybe a different way to make your money, different and better. Is knowing that there maybe there's someone out there who can love you and will love you. So that energy is slow. Maybe someone was or still with someone else when they met you, but they had a money entanglement or finances, mortgage, whatever obligation. They could just not get out just like that, just because they met you. So there is that knowing, but it may have taken a long time. Pentacle is slow, but it's also for longevity, right? And so for that as well, well, we know what that means. That is maybe you needed to rest, as simple as that, the basic, just resting. You also healing the inner child. Maybe also a karmic debt that you had to pay back. Maybe one of your ancestors did something outrageous, and you are the strongest one on all your ancestors to be able to pay back this karmic debt. And once it's done, then you have a sense of freedom, liberation, that you can actually feel like you live your life to the full. Whereas before, he was a struggle, everything was difficult. So that explained the level of frustration, because you were trying to make things move forward, nothing went to work. And we had Mercury retrograde. Thank God we don't have it anymore, but we're still feeling a little bit of residue of that. But everything was more complicated. Nothing was working. You know, the technicality or simply technology was not working, or nothing was flowing. Frustration, you think so? So now we're coming to an end. I mean, I think Mercury retrograde ended on Saturday, but you always have a little bit of a shadow time. So maybe you're going to feel it for the next, couple of days maybe, but it's just going to be sorted. Okay, so what do you have? I wonder if you're happy without me. Yes, you see, so they look at you wishing to be with you, and they wonder if you are with someone else, if you're better with someone else, because they're stuck where they are, and they wonder if you're happy now without them. But the thing is, they're still stuck. And the thing is, if you cannot see any future, my God, I can speak English today, they may, feel frustrated. But if you yourself think that it's not going to go anywhere, then you have to move forward and move on. Maybe that's the way they think that you may have forgotten about them. And, you just like tick that box, not going to happen anymore, moving on. Maybe that's going to push them to take action as a result. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. But maybe were they too proud? You have to look after yourself. You have to look after number one and love yourself enough, for sure. You have to have self-esteem, self-respect. But sometimes pride is a little bit more ego than that. And that can, that is not always the best advisor. Ego is limited, is your mind. And be careful what the mind, and particularly in the Four of a Sword. The mind is, it can, it can justify anything and the opposite. So be careful if your ego or your person ego is took over or is taking over at the moment, because that is not the right answer. That is not the right way. But it's inevitable. The ego is supposed to keep you safe. So maybe that person says some things and now they realize, why did I say that? I didn't mean that, or it is not what I meant. And then they realize, I could have come from the heart, because what we have here is either pentacle, and it's very slow, and it could be also about money, of course, but also the soul, that is the mind. So it's the ego, right? And ego is not always the most intelligent, regardless, we think we're so clever, but no. Universe energy, the universe understanding is much higher and bigger than our own mind. Our mind is limited, it's almost nothing, okay? So be careful of that. What do we have here? Detox your friendship. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you are spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Absolutely. And maybe that's why, there is a level of frustration, because maybe you were surrounded by people who were not, not saying the truth. There were maybe people smiling at your face, but behind your back, they were just saying something else. And maybe your personal interest says this kind of thing in order to justify their action or lack of action. So maybe that's part of your karmic debt. Maybe you needed to detox. And let's not forget, we are approaching the super moon on the 4th of December, and we are in year number 1 now, but we still have some things that we need to clear. So yeah, take a moment and detox. Maybe detox your body, detox your environment, you know, your home and your inbox, whatever. But take that moment to go back to yourself, so you not have so much frustration. Maybe you're finishing a karmic debt. Maybe you already know there is another way to be happy, another way to work, another way to be with somebody as well. And just let it all unfold. But do your part and clear what doesn't work anymore. That's important, okay? On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.